Finally, the 11 minutes of footage. Finally, that footage that we've been teased with for months now has been released as a sneak peek on. Well, you had to sort of search for it on Amazon Prime Video, but eventually they uploaded it to the YouTube channel. On the channel, we've broke it down in depth twice. Uh, we could probably do it a third time because there is a million problems now. If you only half watch the show, if you only like have one eye on your phone and one eye on the screen, maybe it looks like something. I don't know what. But we're gonna take a quick look. We're not gonna go nearly as in depth, but the biggest things for me, besides for all of the narrative problems, there's quite a bit of bad acting going on too. Which I don't know if that's a director problem. I don't know if that's an editing problem. I don't know what, but some of the lines that they have Suwan's actress giving, some of the lines Leandrin's actress are giving are just like, what do we forget how to act? But some of the move to point on the floor and then begin acting moments in this sneak peek are astounding, and there are many. Now, as far as narrative problems, I don't know how much of those I'm going to go over in this video. We've gone over them quite a bit. I may go over them again as we're looking at this again, because man, and this is the thing that they have been touting as this sets the tone for the season. Well, first of all, of course, once again, these are events that never happened. uh Leandrin most definitely does not get the domination band from the White Tower. The domination band is never in the White Tower. Why is all the stuff in the White Tower and they just don't care or know what they do, or just whatever, right? Uh but there are several narrative problems, including what the hell is Varen doing? Why is Suan Sanche cooking Leandrin in the middle of the Hall of the Tower? Uh, among other things. I have this at two times. I'm gonna play this at two times speed until we get to the places that are most egregious when it comes to some of these things. Um, you know, yeah, we start with the lovers longingly looking at each other because that's what's important in this show. It's CW romantic. Uh, Downtown Abbey, as Salty Texas Sea, Salty Traveling Sea, I'm sorry, would say. Uh, we have a room that's only going to be used once. So this CGI room, why all of a sudden it's entered just because we can, I guess, I don't know. This room will probably never be used again. So great use of money, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You want to have pretty things, great. These things are insignificant. Okay. At least to me. Why is Leandrin? Why is Leandrin back in the tower? Why would she come back here? She self-professes that she knows what happened in Falme, at least an element of it. She also, which we had forgotten, freed the girls when she delivered them. Apparently, sold them uh, to the Shan Chan. Going back to the White Tower would probably be the last thing she would do at this point. Once she kidnaps girls, probably best not to go back and let your agents, because you seem to be in charge. I'm assuming Leandrin has taken over for Alvarian. Maybe. I don't know. But already, we have too much Leandrin. Um, so we of course get the bait and switch that the Red Sisters are the bad sisters. This is where we get the Varen before stuff pops off. So nothing's happened yet, but Varen preemptively is going to protect the secret room that nobody knows about with all the powerful stuff from all the people that aren't doing anything yet. Let me say that again. Varen is going to protect the secret room that almost nobody knows about. I shouldn't say nobody. Almost nobody knows about. It's a very big kept secret, which, since everybody wants me to be angry about everything, is named the wrong room. The 13th depository is a library of knowledge that is, basically secret knowledge, not a Terran Angral storage facility with 4 Terran in it, maybe 5 if we count the doorway. We don't know if the doorway is going to be a prop or not yet, but we'll see. But so again, Varen, before any fighting happens or before the meeting even starts, is going to the secret, almost unknown storage room to protect it with 3 people from nobody. Why? Don't use your brain. I don't know if this is an editing problem. I don't know if this is a placement problem, but the way they've done this, it makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. Tiny Sedai is in tow. Not sure why, but whatever. We have a gaggle of Aes Sedai mulling about the hallway. Great. Here comes another editing problem here in a second. I'm not talking about the other lovers, the other CW lovers, the gay lovers, because all that matters is who's screwing each other in the show. The 3 of them are, but they love each other more. So yeah, we got to get the handhold. But the big, and this one is a small one, but it's one of these things. They stack up. So we have them turn to go to the hall, correct? Now, if we stop, and here they go again. Now they're turning again. So they've turned twice. So let's look at it again. Now, you can call it a nitpick. I don't care. So we are marching down the hallway because it's important that we have marches down hallways in this sneak peek. We're marching down the hallway with his butt daggers. Why we have butt daggers? Don't know. But apparently butt daggers are important. Maybe I'm not. The joke was said many a time. I'm not going to say it here. But here, okay. So we're marching down the hallway because marching down the hallway is important. So we have to march down the hallway again as they turn around and march down the hallway again. Of course, we're stopped by the thundering bell of her staff that she loves hitting on the ground, the vampire queen herself. I don't know why they have Leanne looking like, or Leon. I don't care. I can't pronounce stuff. You guys know this. I don't know why the vampire queen is always looking like a vampire, but whatever. I love calling her the vampire queen. This is an important person right here. I'm pointing out right here. This sister of the Red Aja, okay? Mohawk Sedai, number 2, because I feel like there's a few Mohawk Sedais in this. Keep her in mind because this is a big one. Okay, so we enter the hall of the tower. The Reds are being, of course, sussed out as being our bad guys for later. The Reds are bad guys anyway, so who cares? Well, I care, but the Reds suck anyway. So, of course, and we move on to the crazy debate, which is what we're supposed to think it is. We're supposed to think it's some crazy like back and forth. They're playing. They're hitting blah blah blah. No, it's nonsense. So first of all, Leandra comes with no proof, 0, except for her word. So everybody going, oh, Dragon Reborn. Oh my God, did she say Dragon Reborn? No, 0 proof. She has no proof of anything. She also makes a point that she brings up something that's supposed to be this scaling thing this thing that Suan did a terrible thing. She met with let's see what what did she say? She said, oh, and then of course we get the Aes Sedai cannot lie thing, which we gotta keep saying that. A month ago she went to Carhian. This is it, and she met with Moraine Sedai. Who cares? Why is this a scathing thing that should be brought to the attention of the Hall of the Tower? Moraine Sedai is still an Aes Sedai. Moraine Sedai was just banished from the White Tower, which is still stupid, of course. So Suan Sanche talking to an Aes Sedai, gathering information, is in her purview. There's nothing wrong with it. So who cares? It doesn't matter. The show forgets this. How about Leandrin? And maybe you just maybe it's, you know, since we're just start throwing the word Black Aja around willy-nilly, maybe maybe mention that she's working directly with the Forsaken. That would be almost as bold a claim as, you know, somebody proclaiming themselves Dragon Reborn. But, you know, you don't have any proof of that either. So, you know, you're just throwing around accusations with no proof. So, fine. You know, so this is all supposed to be shocking. Why Suan Sanche is even letting her talk this much, being as she is in charge and she's basically a king. You know, why is she letting her do all this stuff? Now that was also the big discussion we had. One of the big discussions we have. What is worse, the fact that that now she makes it sound like Suan let the Dragon Reborn escape willingly, or is the fact that she tried to capture him and failed worse? Which is worse, that she came prepared with all these sisters to try and capture him, then baffled it, but just completely juggled it, bungled it, failed to capture him? Or would it have been worse if she just let him go? Because, you know, she did try to, you know, she shielded him and all that shit, which, again, preposterous. But moving on. So, you know, everybody's shocked because the name Dragon Reborn was put in there. No proof. At least Suan is defending herself in some aspect. You know, now we also get the why. Now let me go back to it because I think we zoomed by it because I'm going 2 times speed. Why would she say this? Hold on, I gotta find it. Where is it? Okay. If you had proof that these allegations were true, then the Hall would have no choice but to restrict my authority, decree a penance, and even depose me. Why are we giving this exposition? Why would she even say this? It's ridiculous. Why would she say that? Because this is probably the setup for when Elida shows up and actually deposes her. So remember this later when they use this line she said to, instead of doing the real thing that Elida does, to use this one line to quickly have her deposed in some fashion. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens, but we'll see. So it's ridiculous that she says that. It's stupid. Okay, moving on. We're getting to some of the most baffling editing mistakes. Just lack of fucking care of what you're doing. Her delivery of the word dark friend made me think that she just kept saying dark fiend instead of dark friend, and they had to take several takes. It was weird. You know, here, let me play it for you because it is weird the way she says dark friend. In my opinion, you can disagree. I don't care.
The shadow. You are a dark friend.
It's just weird. Now, again, you can call it a nitpick. I don't care. It's I don't know. It sounds weird to me. You don't have to agree. Then, of course, Leandrin, some of the faces Leandrin's making throughout this is, of course, we get all the shock, you know, the dark friend stuff, which fine. And then, of course, we get the now Leandrin is throwing about that Suan has no proof, completely forgetting that she freed the Wonder Girls before selling them. I didn't see any money exchange hands, but the Vampire Queen then, of course, calls Nynaeve into the room, who, you know, Nynaeve does nothing but looks completely lost and out of place in this scene. Oh, that's right. We get a fake out death. So we have to have our you know, one fake out death per episode quota. So I guess that means that Nynaeve can join Loyal and eventually Tom as being zombies. But you'll see if you haven't seen this. So now we only call Nynaeve. We get the eyebrow raise like bitch. Look at I have proof, bitch. Now why we wouldn't call Egwene first and then I don't know, the daughter heir of Andor as character witnesses. When you have one witness, that's great. When you have three, that's even better. Now, maybe she doesn't want to include Elaine in this. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here, which I don't know why I am, but I think it's stupid that it's not all three, first of all. Second, maybe they're keeping her out of this because they don't want, more gays to catch wind that, her daughter was in danger. I have a feeling she's going to know anyways, but that's still no reason why we didn't bring Egwene in here too. Because Egwene, went under the harshest conditions because of Leandrin. So you think she'd be pretty passionate about, getting Leandrin done in because of the treatment she fell under the Seanchan. But no, we only have Nynaeve because we only want to pretend Nynaeve died. We don't want to pretend the other ones die. So moving on. This is where we start getting into the weird shit. Okay. Now, this is also the stuff that everybody who is defending the show and everybody that doesn't think critically and everybody that accepts garbage is going to be going, oh my God. It's holy crap. Look at the fireballs. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, it's garbage, people. It's garbage. So, oh, by the way, Alana gives some priceless faces as well. Okay, priceless. You go, girl. The fact that Alana is here also doesn't make sense. She shouldn't be, but Alana, Leandrin, Moraine. That's what the show is about. Not the three boys who are trying to save the world. But moving on. So Nynaeve comes in, and then Leandrin. Leandrin, well, I tried. What are we doing? And she immediately tries to hold the power, which apparently holding the power holding the power doesn't matter if it used to be hard to shield somebody when they're already holding the power. I guess that's not a thing. Just like tying off weaves isn't a thing, even though apparently we were tying off wards in season 1. That's another thing. They don't seal this to the hall. They don't put wards of listening around because, well, we don't do attention to detail on the show. We just I don't know. I don't know what we do. We do garbage. We do bad CGI, bad editing, bad acting. We do it all here on Wheel of Time season 3, right? And remember, this is supposed to set the tone. So what do we think season 3 is going to be mostly about? Tower politics. I guarantee it. And if it's not all about tower politics, we're going to have way more than we need. But we move on. We shield her. And then Juan, while cooking Leandrin in a ball of fire for some reason, you have betrayed us all. You will be tried, stilled, and give us every member of the Black Aja before you die. Okay? Great. Sounds good. So why are you cooking her? What is the purpose of this fireball? Are you just torturing her because you're evil? Like I don't it's like I don't care. Like, there's this debate whether the 3 O's would allow her to do this. I don't care. Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. shield her, and then do the things you just said you were going to do. Why are you torturing her right now? Oh, because it's cinematic. You know, when you do cinematic things, they should make sense. The problem here is this makes no sense. Other than, you know, Suwan is just a horrible person and wants to torture Leandrin because she can. So she's basically attacking a defenseless person here because she's shielded by two other people. So she decides to put her in a giant fireball and cook her to death, to a point where later she starts spitting up blood, which is only so we can get the little blood smear later. I know, you know, we know these tricks by now from you guys on the show. There's no reason to do this. Zero reason to do this. But it's cinematic. We can waste money on bad CGI. So, of course, she says you're going to give up the Black Aja, and then we get another cringe set of lines here that are just, again, baffling. So here comes the line. You're right. I will. Join me now. And we get the... and then the cringe parade starts, okay? Let me put it back up to 2 times speed. So here comes the cringe parade, okay? So now we get the fireballs launched. We get the shield. They all throw something. Alana puts up another shield. Now we all have to walk to the center of the room. We all have to hit our marks. Now, it was brought up by Technically Mexican and a few others that if you are a dark friend and you have no qualms with killing your sisters, which they don't, why wouldn't you just stand up and take the two out right next to you? Because it's not cinematic. Well, this isn't cinematic either, but I think that's why. All right. So again, we now have to move into our own circle, and then we have to do power squats to make shields. Now, we've been lovingly calling these butthole shields, but I will, you know, Doctor Strange is over here apparently, and you know, we're all doing power squats to make shields. Meanwhile, Suwan is still cooking Leandrin. So, this was a good one. This was a good edit. Now, because we're not paying attention, you know, Nynaeve is just standing around looking like nothing. So, looking at nothing. So we have her throw the fireball at the white Aja person. She's dead with the fake blood everywhere. Okay. And then the explosion hits her. So, well done. Good job. So then we have the fake blood that hits the pillar here. Okay, the bad looking fake CGI blood. You got stuff oozing out of her. This is so you can tell it's uber, like it's ridiculously fake looking. And then they didn't even bother to try and get, like, this shouldn't be, this splat right here should not be here. It's floating. It's not on the back wall. They didn't even try to make it look like it's on the back wall. It's just a blood splat CGI like sticker. And it's just sitting there on the wall. Then we get my favorite part, the seal death. The fake seal was like, she's trying to get back to the ocean. Will, this is for you. You know, it's one of my favorite parts right there. She just, you know, do fake blood comes out and I go down the hill. Like, you can tell that it's just, oh god. So the fight continues. Nynaeve, of course, has the block, which we don't even really know what her block is now. They haven't explained it. They screwed it up. It's not being angry. You know, she was fine. She could channel Super Saiyan healing bubbles at will before. Now she can't channel anything because reasons. I guess they're going to make it afraid. I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's like they forgot that she had a block and they're trying to make up for it with her just being completely useless. You know, I think, you know, whatever. Like, but this is all just to make this happen in a second here, where randomly Blue Aja chick decides to turn around. So she's in the middle of a fight. She is 2 feet away from Leanne, who is standing right next to her, doing nothing. They're not holding shields anymore. I don't know what they're doing. But she decides to randomly knock down a pillar because it's time for her to knock down a pillar. Why? No idea. And then she throws three, instead of throwing 3 sides at of these ice, wind, whatever these saws are made of, instead of throwing them at Nynaeve, they throw them at the pillars to fake death Nynaeve, who actually should be dead because those fell right on top of her. So it's lucky those are foam. Otherwise, she'd be dead. The actor, too. The actress would be dead, too, because, they fell on her. Don't get it wrong. She's smushed. But she gets to join the zombie ranks. It's all good. We have a growing rank. We have a growing team of zombies. We almost have a SEAL Team 6 of zombies ready to go. So we're just getting them prepared. So then we get the cringy I'm knocking at the door even though to get in, even though the handles are on the outside and we didn't lock the door scene. So no, you're not coming. You're just knocking at the door. You're not even trying very hard to get in. You're just like, you're not even pulling on the handle trying to yank it open. This is pathetic. All right. Then we get to the march down the hallway. Okay. Here comes the march down the hallway. So the Red Sisters, apparently, they decided to fuck off, which I guess fine. If they were dismissed, they just decided to leave. Fine. Now, of course, why are they coming back? How do they know to come back? Now, some people saying maybe they're feeling the channeling going on. Okay, great. Where are the other sisters? If they're coming back because they feel all this channeling happening in the Hall of the Tower, where are the rest of them? Oh, that's right, because they were actually just waiting around the corner, waiting for their cue. So they could do their march up to line in the floor, and then we could start acting again. So of course, then we get the Red Aja bad, so we're not going to let him go. Then we get the screaming, and we got we're going to have all the circle. We're going to have the cam. It's like they've found this new way, like these new camera stands, so they can do the circle around the room thing, and we're going to do the twirly upside down thing that we saw in all the trailers. We're going to have all the stupid, most ridiculous camera effects that, well, are just here for this shot. This is why Leandra's on fire. Nobody's trying to free her, apparently. I guess they're trying to kill Suwan to stop the cooking. I still don't know why Leandra's cooking up there, but whatever. Moving on. So we get, we're just shooting fireballs at random things to just, so we could don't get it twisted. This whole scene is just so you can't see what's going on. Then we have random explosion that doesn't hit anybody. Maybe it hits them. Doesn't look like it. Rocks falling. Leandrin screaming at each other. Slow motion. And there's the blood. So, she's cooking her so much that she's coughing up blood. That's a lot of blood, too. So she's probably dead. Then we get the wind up CGI rock from Caillou Sedai. Why so Leon, whatever you want to call her, I don't know why she's diverted to staff twisting. Like she's Gandalf. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know how Caillou Sedai got over on this side. Everybody switched sides randomly. I haven't even they're all on different sides now. They forgot where they were, so now they're on different sides, so different Aes Sedai can do different things. So now she's twirling. The one that was on the left side of the room is over here. Caillou Sedai is now over here, so she can pick up the rock that apparently that's why it was why they knocked down the pillar, because they knew they were going to use the rock to hit Suan. Well, I don't even know if that's that rock, but look at it. They're on different sides. They got it mixed up. So she could do it instead of her. She got to kill the pillars, so she had to do the rock. So they switched them and hope that we don't notice these things. It's ridiculous. So we wind up to do CGI rock throw, which looks terrible, by the way. It looks horrible. Wow, it looks bad. And then Suan goes down, and we all stop. Everybody stops, because that's what you do in a fight for your life. When big events happen, you stop doing everything. Meanwhile, apparently, Tiny Sedai knows that there's shit going on in the hall, so I guess they can feel the channeling. Either that or she's psychic, which is possible, I guess. We're still marching to the room that nobody knows about, to protect the room that nobody knows about from the people that don't know about it. Or they might know about it, but they don't know where it is. So we got to go protect it. The three of us. I think it's 3 brown Aja. I don't know if Tiny Sedai is a red Aja, but why are we protecting something that doesn't need to be protected? I don't know. And before anybody that defends this show says, yes, I understand that Varen, spoilers, if you don't want to hear some stuff about Varen from the books, real quick, close your ears. You probably already know, because the show didn't bother to freaking hide it. So whatever. But yes, I understand that Varen is Black Aja. She's Black Aja for research purposes. She does as little as she can to help the Dark One, okay? And there's no way of her to know. So you're telling me, so this is the defense that I've heard for this, is she's Black Aja, so she went in there and revealed it on purpose so Tiny Sedai could take everything. So you're telling me that Varen doesn't love her sister, so she's okay with Tiny Sedai nuking her brain. 2, they don't know that each other are Black Aja. They shouldn't know anyways, but if they do, they don't act like it. 3, she calls her a bitch, so she doesn't like Varen. So that makes no sense. So this whole scene with them going to protect the 13th depository, which should be a bunch of books, first, she went there before anything happened. 2, there's no reason for her to defend it. It's already defended because nobody knows where it is. 3, then we get the fake out. We get Hot Sedai and Bowtie Sedai come down the hallway. Okay? This is where things get important, okay? Because we've lost an Aes Sedai here. So she comes down the hallway. Hot Sedai comes down the hallway, right? And, of course, the warders, who are useless, as we'll see in a second. So she comes down, and she immediately yeets one of the 2 red sisters. Now, this one is here right now, right? Okay, forward we go. Now, none of the warders think anything of this. Aes Sedai just comes around the corner and blasts another Aes Sedai. That's a clear violation of the 3 O's. So the warders should know immediately that these 2 are not using the 3 O's. But warders are stupid. So moving on. So we're all happy to see him. And hey, look, where we lost somebody. Where did she go? We've lost an Aes Sedai here. Where did she go? She's gone. So we have a cringe fight in the hallway. She blows up 2 people's heads. Also, another defense I've heard in why all the good guys get their ass kicked is that it's supposed to show that normal Aes Sedai can't use the 1 power as a weapon very well. Well, I call bullshit, because she just popped those 2 guys' heads like it was nothing. So they seem to be pretty good at it. So moving on, She now has a orgasmic experience feeling her warders die. Which leads to a whole bunch of questions. Why aren't Black Aja sisters just, taking warders and killing them to Coom? I don't know. Well, it's it's just it's whatever, right? Don't think about it. Don't think about it. She's black too. So what does that mean? So they've made a big jump. She's black too. She's Black Aja too. Well, you don't really know what's going on in the room. I guess you can make that assumption, but nobody really has talked about the Black Aja much. It used to be a bad word in the tower, in the in the things that matter, the books. But we don't really, we just, fuck it, fine, whatever. We just, don't worry about it. We know about Black Aja. We talk about it openly. We don't know what's going on in the room, but we assume that they're all Black Aja in there because, well, we just like to make assumptions. It could be a safe assumption if you've actually talked about the Black Aja and their existence and them possibly being in the tower, but we haven't done any of that work. Therefore, this line makes no sense. Moving on, of course, she starts attacking, and if you wanted to see what happens in that fight, don't worry, you don't. Meanwhile, Varen is now, there's the domination band, which basically just proves the domination band and the doorway being here basically confirms 100% we're never going to tier ever. I don't know if this doorway is just going to be a prop or if they're actually going to use it. I guess we'll see. There were some good theories thrown out there about how they can wreck the doorway and wreck Matt even more by Trip. And some other people. So it's yet to be seen. I sort of am leaning towards it's just an Easter egg, but we'll see. So moving forward, we get some shots of the four Terran Grawl, maybe 5 that this place houses. Wow, what a cache of Terran Grawl, man. The tower is just leaking with this shit. And this is where Tiny Sedai just basically says, Varen, you're full of shit. Tries to kill them both. Well, I guess doesn't kill them both. Mind fucks them both. Tries to give them both amnesia. This is where we see Varen is able to block it. We're not really sure exactly why, other than she's either got fast reflexes or it's because of her connection to being a Black Aja too, or connected to the Dark One. We don't quite know yet because the show doesn't tell us, which is fine. You can see she blocks it sort of. I don't know why she's still bleeding. I guess she blocked the mind altering part of it. I don't know. But yeah, so for all the people that are saying, well, Varen wanted this stuff to be stolen, Varen also wanted her sister's mind to be nuked, and she was completely okay with it. Sure doesn't seem like she was okay with it after she fakes dying. Tiny Sedai then, of course, steals everything. We have to heal Leandrin. We get more, explosions because that's all Aes Sedai do in this age is destroy property. Now we have switched sides again. Now we have Suit Sedai over here. We have Caillou Sedai over here. We now have the white Aja Black Sedai, or Black Aja Sedai over here. It's so confusing. They've switched sides now. Everybody is just switching sides, and we have all these Aes Sedai up that can't do anything against these 4 people. Wow, they really are terrible. Caillou Sedai goes flying because of, I didn't even see, I don't care. We're now healing. Now, the Yellow Sister, I guess, poofed into existence. I'm not sure where she came from, but she was next one. Fine. She's healing Suan. Fine. Now we're doing bow staff work because apparently it's important for her to twirl her staff 4 times before she does anything. I don't know why she's not channeling or using Wheeze, but she just beats this person to death. Well, sort of, because if you look, she doesn't really actually even get close to her. But, so we get to, Dane pointed this out. Big miss, right? Hits her. Then we go to grapple, even though she's falling down. Grappling. How is she grappling? She's falling to the ground. So she got hit in the face. Her face is exploding with fake blood. Then we're in a grapple. apparently. She got back up. She hits her off and then hits her again, and then she's falling again. So she killed her twice. So wow, man, that was skills to pay the bills there. So well, let's go through. So missed but hit, blood. Back, she's back up, man. She's quick. Grapple, hit in the face again, blood. Down again, blood. Man, oof, what a fight scene. And then she proceeds to bash her head in with the fake blood spurting. Look at the fake blood spurting up into the air like a geyser, like she struck oil. Way to strike oil there, girly. I mean, what? And then, of course, everybody stops so we can finally do a link. And we do the apparently the hug, the big hug with no channeling, defends against explosions. So remember, if there's an explosion, just hug your friend and you'll be fine. Now, I'm rewinding to show something real quick here. So you have apparently two warders here who are not Mascom and Ivron. Apparently, Ivron and Mascom decided to just run away. Meanwhile, Hot Sedai and Bowtie Sedai have killed everybody in the hallway. I guess including the Aes Sedai. We didn't get to see this fight because don't worry, it doesn't matter. Just they win. So the explosion happens and they go flying. Now you say, well, Steve, why is that? Can we assume Mascom and Ivron? Or oh, wait, that's also the other thing I had to point out before we go there. We also then we have to walk out. So now we get to see that the two, apparently they just disappeared the third Red Aja sister. So Bowtie Sedai and Hot Sedai have to go hit their mark. So I'm sure there's an X on the ground there. So you guys get in the middle of the hallway and turn around and start acting. All right, good. You got your directions. There you go. And so you say, Steve, why can't we just assume that Ivron and Mascom are dead on the floor there with everybody? See, everybody hugged, so the explosion didn't hurt it. It blew up the door. But if you just hug, it's okay. Nothing happens. So then the plan is to get to the boats, which I don't know how they'd ever make that, but fine. There are tower guards and there are soldiers in Tarvalin, so I don't know how they expect to make it there. But this is where Varen is so happy that her sister is brain dead. So yeah. So then again, we come out and we are missing Aes Sedai again. So we're missing Caillou Sedai, and we are missing the woman in yellow, suit coat Sedai, stylish Sedai. So stylish Sedai and Caillou Sedai are missing. That's probably because Alana and her warders are probably going to kill these two redcoats. These are probably redcoats. But Tiny Sedai comes out with a backpack of all of 4 things she could carry. And Suan is out in the city hunting for them because they didn't just get their ass kicked with all however many millions of Aes Sedai were in there. And then we get the end of the scene where we get Alana acting all tough. She just got her ass kicked, and she stops. And this is supposed to be some. We literally have the Wild West like whistling music in the background here. And she goes, "You're not going to leave this city." And they're like, "Yeah, we just whooped your ass." And they're right. It's now what, 7 against 1 and 2 are missing, so it should be 9, but whatever. Math editing, actual people, they don't matter. Don't pay attention to that. And then you say, "Oh, well, wait a second. The 2 warders came out. Aren't they dead? Like, aren't they like?" And Hot Sedai is ready to kill them, but the 2 warders come out like we're supposed to be like this big thing. Who cares? You just saw what the Aes Sedai did to all those warders. They're dead. They're not even gonna like. She's gonna spend more time protecting them than doing anything. This is not, and then we know that from the trailer that this is the explosion part where she blows up more property instead of actually weaving shit. But now she's gonna throw a bunch of foam in the air, like, and I'm pretty sure this is where Ivron's gonna die. But why doesn't Mascom die? They're both useless in this fight. They just showed that they are. Two Aes Sedai just like killed all the warders. And what about these cowards? They just ran? Like, where did they go? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't think about it. That's basically what these 11 minutes are. Okay? That's what these 11 minutes are. Okay? They are, don't worry about it. Don't use your brain. Just enjoy explosions. And they're not even good explosions. So this sneak peek was horrible. If it sets the tone for the show, we know what we're looking for in season 3. It's going to be a terrible mess. Anything that has any choreography involved is just going to be just some just blob of shit, and then spinny cameras and explosions and dust and shit, so we can't see what's going on at certain points. Because when you can see what's going on, it's atrocious. So many editing errors. The acting is terrible. Season 3 is going to be abysmal, and we're going to cover every minute of it here on the channel. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I think I had a little bit of an editing problem in the middle, so I apologize for that. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more of this, because there's so much to cover on this last season for this pending cancellation of Wheel of Time, which it long deserves to be canceled. So we'll see what it we'll see how bad it gets. It looks like it's going to be really bad. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.